Oh, yeah. Welcome, y'all. Good afternoon. We're at the 4 o'clock hour of Tuesday, August 27th. And we are now doing Artists of the Day. And we have another treat for y'all. It is the late, great Wayne Foret, my uncle. I know we played a song or two of his a couple weeks ago when we were starting all this stuff, but I want to dedicate a whole show to him because he meant a lot to us. He was my mentor, and he was the main reason why me and my little brother are musicians today. So I'm going to play a song first, and then I'll get into some stories and some info about some history, you know. This song he recorded on a CSP record label with my buddy Jake Schmento. Him and my Uncle Wayne were best of friends. Jake is the one who actually taught my Uncle Wayne how to play and gave my Uncle Wayne his first opportunity to sing and play. They recorded this CD quite a few years back. It's called Swamp Poppin' Volume 1. And this is the very first song on the CD. And it's my favorite off of that CD. And I'm going to play it for y'all. It's called Angel Face by my late great Uncle Wayne Foret, y'all. Angel face, darling, with all your grace, I'm happy to know you'll be mine always. In that deep down in your heart, you made every word you said, that no one could take my place. Last night when you said all those words to me, it opened my eyes to see what love could really be. A brand new life, an everlasting love that will live on in our memories. So remember, darling, that I'll always be grateful for it's you who showed me the way yesterday. So angel face, darling, with all your grace, I'm happy to know you'll be mine always. In that deep down in your heart, you made every word you said, and no one could take my place. With all your grace, I'm happy to know you'll be mine always. In that deep down in your heart, you meant every word you said, and no one could take my place. My angel face. Oh yeah, the late great Wayne Foret, y'all. What a wonderful song. What a great song with some great vocals. My Uncle Wayne, man, he was incredible. He was one of the best around here. He had one of the cleanest voices, man. It's just impeccable to me. I'm a little prejudiced, though. He was my favorite. So, let me tell you a little story, a little history about us. He's my dad's older brother. My dad, they had 7 kids in the family, and my Uncle Wayne was about 9 years older than my dad. So my dad was always with my Uncle Wayne when he was growing up. So they were real good friends as they got older. So we was always hanging out with them and his kids and our kids. We was always good friends. So when we was coming up, my mom and dad used to go listen to my Uncle Wayne a lot. So they would always take us when we can go somewhere, like to a festival, or sometimes they had a wedding he played at. But there was always this one event that I remember clearly, like it was yesterday. And it was the Elmwood Shopping Center car show. Once a month they had that, and my mom and dad would take us every time, unless something was more important, but that wasn't too often. We was always at that car show, and my Uncle Wayne played. His band played right in front of the Elmwood Shopping Center, and it was very family friendly. They had a lot of stuff for kids to do. They had the food court right there, and the place was always full of people. A bunch of old cars. The fire department was there with the little fire truck, and you can go do all that good old stuff. But for us, it was our Uncle Wayne. That's why we went. We did all that, but that was just lanyard. We went to see my Uncle Wayne play. Those car shows are the reason why I play music, because when we went to that, we was right there in the front. We watched, we listened. We even when we got home the next day, we was acting like we was playing music. We would go by my grandma's house, and she would have the old Fast Domino tapes, and I would act like I was playing the piano on the little table, and then she had a bucket with an old hubcap. Brandon would be hitting that with some spoons. We always wanted to play music, but that right there was the definite trigger for us to play. So that was an event that we always went to. It was incredible. His band was great. He had, at that time, he was playing bass and keyboards. Tommy Morris was on the drums. Dino Palmazzino on the guitar. Mr. Iggy Campese was playing saxophone. That was at the very beginning. I remember they had a band before that. Brett Thomas, he was playing drums. Mr. Frank Mollett was playing saxophone. Dino was playing guitar. And my Uncle Wayne was playing bass and keys. But that was at the very beginning when we started going. And then for a long time, it was the other band. And then at the very end of the car show period, he was playing bass and keys. Jimmy Adams was playing drums. Dino Palmazzino was playing guitar. He was my Uncle Wayne's guitar player for 50 years. And then they had Charlie Bajesi was playing saxophone. But look, I remember that like it was yesterday. I could tell you everything. I could tell you what songs he played, which I ain't got enough time for that. But all right. I'm going to move on to the second song for y'all. I played this song a couple weeks ago for y'all because I thought it was great. And I thought y'all should hear it. Not many people have heard his version of this song. And I want to play it again so y'all can all hear it one more time. This was one of his 45 records. It was called "Oh Darling Forever." And I love this song. I think it's so pretty. And he was in his 40s or maybe 30s. When he cut this back in the early 80s. So I'm going to play it for y'all. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know y'all did the last time. So it's called "Old Darling Forever" by my late great Uncle Wayne Foret, y'all.
Oh, darling, forever I love only you. Oh, darling, please tell me that you love me too. Yes, my prayers were answered the night I found you. So, darling, I love you. What else can I do? Today you walk down the aisle and you take your wedding vow. darling, forever. I love only you. Oh, darling, please tell me that you love me too.
All right, y'all. How about that? I got a little phlegm this morning, y'all. Been a long weekend. And we fixing to start 6 shows this week. But how about that? Old Darling Forever by my late great Uncle Wayne Foret. Yeah, my buddy was a character, man. He was very good friend of ours. I mean, we was best friends. We would before the pandemic, I'm talking about probably 4 or 5 years before, but every day we would all meet up at the Wego Cafe for breakfast about, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And we would all sit down, drink coffee. He would sit at the first table as soon as you walk in. And he had a long table. You could probably fit 12 people sit there. Every morning, by 8 o'clock, they had 12 guys sitting at that table, laughing, talking about football, talking about music, talking about anything you can think of. I tell you, if they had a camera crew that videoed that right there, we could have all been millionaires because that's how funny it was. It was a commotion, and it was just like a reunion every day. And my Uncle Wayne, he was the leader of the pack. Everybody loved him. As the people come in, he'd greet them. How y'all doing? How y'all been? And if you knew him well, how's your mama doing? How's the kid? He always made conversation with everybody. Everybody loved him. And he was something. But let me tell you a little story one time, talking about the coffee shop. He was playing at the West Bank Grill, which is the old Pizza Hut in West Wego, once a month on a Wednesday night. It's a nice little place, you know. And one morning, it was a Tuesday, I pulled up to the coffee shop, and his truck always parked right in the front. You can't miss it. But that day, he had his truck and his music trailer hooked up on Tuesday. I said, man, I wonder if he got something going on. And, you know, because he always had his trailer. The day he had to play music, he would just travel around with it. He would leave early. He would go set up. He was never late for a gig. So I walk in the coffee shop, sit down. I always sat next to him. He sat on the very end. I sat the first chair next to him. And I said, Honk. We always called him Honker. That was his nickname. Everybody called him the Honker. I said, Honk, where you going with that trailer, dude, hooked up to your truck? He said, I'm going to set up. I said, set up today? I said, don't you play tomorrow night? He said, yeah. But he said, look, Daddy, I got to get there and make sure everything's working. I got to tune up and everything. So I was out there, that tickled me, man. But he was like that. He always was early for everything. I mean, early. If you had something going on at your house for noon, like if we had a New Year's Day party, like we used to have them parties all the time by my mother's house. If it was for noon, you can mark my word, 8 o'clock, he was pulling up at the house over there. Him and my Uncle Charlie was just like that. First one's there, last one to leave. Every time. So, but that was a little story. That was so funny, man. He was a great guy. He loved to play music. That was his passion, and that was everything to him. I'm gonna do this next song. This was his biggest hit, and he recorded this one years and years ago on a cassette tape. Then he wound up putting it on a CD later on. But I remember when we was kids, when he gave my dad a cassette, I wore that thing out. It was called Through the Years. And it was his very first thing that he recorded since all his 45s in the 80s. This song we recorded on our Somebody Show Me the Way to Go Home CD, and that's the name of the song. That was his biggest hit on the West Bank, and this is the song that got him hooked up with CSP Records, and he started moving around playing Gonzalez, LaRue, a lot more. He always played on the West Bank. But I'm going to play it for y'all. This is his version. The late, great Wayne Foret singing, Somebody Show Me the Way to Go Home.
Somebody show me the way to go home. so drunk and I can't go on. Yes, my baby, she done left me. Somebody show me the way to go home. I went to a party and I got drunk. I never felt like this before. Yes, my woman, she done left me. Somebody show me the way to go home. I went to a party and I got drunk. I never felt like this before. Yes, my baby, she done left me. Somebody show me the way to go home. I went to a party and I got drunk. I never felt like this before. Yes, my woman, she done left me. Somebody show me the way to go home. Somebody show me the way to go home. I'm so tired and I can't go on. Yes, my baby, she done left me. Somebody show me the way to go home.
Yeah. Somebody show me the way to go home, baby. We play that song every night. That is our second to last song when we play our gig. We always close out with that, and then we close out with America the Beautiful for our great country. But yeah, the late great Wayne Foret, y'all. Somebody show me where to go home. That was his biggest hit, and it was a local hit, regional, right here in Louisiana, big time. Quite a few guys recorded that song after him. But okay, let me get back to another little quick thing about my Uncle Wayne. We still do cruises, but we had brought him on quite a few cruises. We did a big family cruise one time. And myself, Brandon, my cousin Aaron, my cousin Chris Daigle, my Uncle Wayne, my cousin Jason, who plays sax a little bit, and then Mr. Nelton Rodriguez. It was all of us playing on the cruise. And we sold 1,500 people on that cruise. We brought 1,500 people in our group, and it was the biggest cruise we ever done. And we did 2 family cruises. But after that, Aaron started doing his thing. I did my thing. You know, we did our own thing. My Uncle Wayne would always come around with us on the cruises. To get to the story, the moral of the story is, we was on a cruise one time. And you know how when you go on a cruise, that's all you can eat. If you want to drink coffee, water, that was all free. So when you book the cruise, they give you most of the time, it's like a $50 onboard credit. So my Uncle Wayne was one of a kind. He was a special kind of guy here, okay? He had a goal in mind to go on a 7-day cruise, don't spend one penny, and eat and drink all week long. I said, oh, how you going to do that, bro? He said, everything I like is free. Everything I like is free. He said, I like water. I like tea. He said, all the food is free. And he said, the biggest thing for me is the ice cream whip. He used to call everybody whip. He said, the ice cream, dude. So we go on the rest of the cruise, 5-6 days later. The last day, you have to go up. If you don't have a credit card, you have to go up to the desk and settle up the bill. So he goes up to the desk to pay the bill, and the lady said, "Mr. Foret, did you have a good time?" He said, "I had a wonderful time." She said, "Well, you didn't spend any money." He said, "Everything I want and I like was free on this ship." She said, "Well, you didn't even spend your $50 on board credit." So it's so funny. I can't help but laugh. He asked the lady, he said, "So you mean to tell me I got $50? She said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you give me that in cash?" And the answer is no. Of course, they give you that so you can spend it on the ship. He was trying to get them $50 and go home with him and make $50 on the cruise. Oh, only him, man. He was so funny. And when I met him one time on a cruise ship, we was eating lunch. And then, they had the machine out there, the ice cream machine. Get you some ice cream as much as you want. So one day we met up with him. And I said, "Oh, how many ice cream cones you ate this week, dude?" And he said it without hesitating, about 60. He was just so funny, man. I tell you what, he was a hell of a guy. Everybody loved him. And he talked if we had 500 people or 200 people or 1,500, he made it a point to try to get around and talk to everybody that was on that cruise, everybody in the group. He was a good guy, very good guy. I miss him. We miss him dearly. Me and Brandon talk about him all the time. He was one of my best friends. I mean, we was spending time with him every morning. He would call us to see what we was doing a lot of times. "What y'all doing for lunch? Do y'all want to come to the cafe?" "No, dude, we working, whatever." He would call us to go fishing. I fished with him a good bit, but Brandon and him, his last couple of years on Earth, fished a lot. They fished a lot together. They became real good friends, close buddies. And it hit home when he got sick and he passed away. He got sick with COVID. He was in a hospital for about 45 days. And then he got out of the hospital. He never was back the same with his breathing and all that good stuff. And he passed away in December 2020. So he's a big loss. And we lost his sister and Martha right after that. So we took a hit in about 18 months, I think. My dad lost my Uncle Blue the year before, 2019, September. My Uncle Wayne and my Aunt Martha in December 2020. So they took a big hit, but the family's strong. That's one thing about them. They was big family, big time family. My Uncle Wayne was a family man, and he was special. I'll just leave it like that. He was special. But this song right here, he recorded on his second album, Thinking of You, and he always sang the song when he played, and it was a song. The name of it was Irene, and that was our grandmother's name. So he would always dedicate this song in memory of her. And I'm going to play it for y'all because it's special. And he just nails it. So y'all take a listen. Irene by my Uncle Wayne, the late great Uncle Wayne Foret, the legend.
I'd like to dedicate this next song to my late mother, Irene. This is for you, Mom.
In the middle of a dream, I heard somebody call my name. I was afraid I'd wake up and find I'd be alone with a worried mind. But when I open up my eyes, I saw there to my surprise the cutest girl I ever seen was that girl they call Irene. Irene, Irene. Oh, you're the girl of my dream. Irene, oh Irene, the sweetest girl I've ever seen. up my eyes, I saw that to my surprise, the sweetest girl I ever seen was that girl they call Irene. But when I open up my eyes, I saw that to my surprise, the sweetest girl I ever seen was that girl they call Irene. Irene, Irene. Oh, you're the girl of my dream. Irene, oh Irene. Baby, please stay with me.
Yeah, all right, baby. Late great Wayne Foret, y'all. What a great song. He always sang that for my grandmother. All right, y'all, that's it. That's a wrap for the artist of the day. It meant a lot to me today to do this for my Uncle Wayne, y'all. We owe him everything. He taught us all. He inspired us all. My cousin Irene Foret, who still plays music. Myself and my little brother, Brandon Foret. My cousin Chris Daigle, he plays drums. He played drums with us for a while. He inspired us all. We all grew up wanting to be like him, playing music. And we all do. So we owe you the world, Hump. We miss you, brother. And it just ain't the same without you, my friend. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all tune in tomorrow for another Artist of the Day. I'm so glad y'all watched this. And let me do what I do because I love to do it for y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day. Later.